I'm currently working on my third collection of poetry, and some of it will include poems that reflect my growing up in West Virginia. I'm going to read one poem, and it is a work in progress, so don't be too judgmental. It's titled, "They Call It Mountain Dew." They call it Mountain Dew, like it's some kind of original name. I remember laughing when I saw the first can. Not a bottle like a respectable soda pop, but a can with a funny tab. You had to pull it. Mountain Dew. I figured whoever came up with that name lives in some big fancy house, in some big fancy city, and drives some big fancy car. He's probably never seen dew on a flower in a garden. He's probably never seen blazing the leaves of a mountain laurel. We rise early in the mountains because there's not much else to do. Sleep is a waste, and your body does better walking around than lying on a bumpy thing they call a mattress. In the summer, we sleep on pallets in front of the door or on the porch. It all depends on how bad the skeeters are. That way there's a breeze and the sweat dries and makes you feel cool, even if it is a bad joke. They tell bad jokes at the company store and talk about the weather if the mine is cutting back and if there's going to be a bad storm. They also talk about Buffalo Creek, but it's not a joke. That sobers them up. They wander down the road to sneak a swig of white lightning. Our Mountain Dew is the kind that sits on a jack in the pulpit or dribbles down our throats when we sip on honeysuckle. Real Mountain Dew clings to the side of a brave little flower poking up through dead leaves from last fall. It raises its head for early risers, so we know there is more to these mountains than black gold for the barons and black lung for the rest of us. Mountain Dew? It's the part of the mountains you don't know about unless you crawl off the porch, breathe in fresh air, and leave the coal camp behind.